First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Nibbler, live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. We've been here all afternoon. We're here every weekday at 1 o'clock, and we go throughout the afternoon covering a wide range of topics. Right now, we're talking about an event that is going to be taking place on Sunday, February 22nd at Pioneer Courthouse Square called 4 Years of Valor. And we're going to talk about what that means and the support for Ukrainians here in Oregon and abroad. And to do so, we have joining us right now from Dawn, we've got Yulia Brockdorf joining us. Thank you, Yulia, so much for being here to talk about this and this event coming up. And before we even get into the event, would you mind just telling us a little bit about yourself and your organization so we can have a little bit of context?
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having us, Greg. Great to see you. Our nonprofit, Dawn, is a local Oregon nonprofit that provides support for Ukrainians here in Oregon and also for Ukrainians in Ukraine. We have sent medical aid, and we also provide other humanitarian assistance, as well as mental health support for people who right now are facing some of the most difficult conditions, especially during this winter, and defenders of Ukraine.
Yeah, I can only imagine all of those things that you're mentioning, and yeah, the mental health support too being so important. And when we talk about, here in Oregon on that side of things, I guess, can you walk us through, what 4 Years of Valor means and what this event is going to be for people?
4 Years of Valor is supporting and helping to both support Ukrainian community here and all community here in Oregon that is concerned about global security of future of United States, as well as Ukraine, because 4 years is currently marking 4 years of resistance of Ukraine that is standing at the forefront of the assault waged against the free world right now. And Ukraine is bearing the shoulders all of the difficulty, especially with very difficult conditions and assault on Ukrainian infrastructure, on energy system, on ability for people to access food and water. And 4 Years of Valor commemorates, respects, and brings attention to realities in Ukraine. It's easy to think of war as someplace out there, but we would welcome people to experience and have immersive experiences to allow them in vivo understand what is happening, how does it impact various spheres of life, various not only people but also animals, those left behind, POWs, to really have a comprehensive and diverse look and lived essence of what it's like to live through conditions of war.
It is something that it's easy to, as you mentioned, to think, okay, this is over there, it's not right in front of me, and I think that's fantastic to be able to get that kind of a viewpoint to at least be able to understand a little more, and that sounds like this event is one of those ways to do that. And so, coming down to this event, let's talk about this. What can people expect, and what will they experience coming down on Sunday to Pioneer Courthouse Square?
The ceremonial portion of the event will start around 2:45 with a land acknowledgement, followed by a series of various speakers. Among them will be Representative Dexter, myself, and we will have a number of both American veterans who will speak at this event, journalists who have had eyewitness experience in Ukraine, as well as members and leaders of the community here and representatives of various faith communities, as well as people who are directly impacted by the hostilities against Ukraine. Also, people will be able to have some reflection time. We will have spaces at the Pioneer Courthouse Square for people to reflect, to think and commemorate those who have laid their lives for defense of the free world, and get to understand both what is happening, learn and read and speak with eyewitnesses, as well as 5 opportunities to participate and apply the skills, knowledge, and assets to aid Ukrainian victory and, of course, victory of all of our world.
And when you talk about that for this event, I've got some pictures too. I believe this is from last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, down there it says to give people a kind of a visual context of this. You know, it looks like we've got a lot of people there, obviously Ukrainian flags, but it also looks like there's some music and you know, Ukrainian culture there as well. Is that right? That people can experience.
Absolutely. The event will start with singing of Ukrainian and American anthems. There will be representatives of various cultural spheres. There will be children performing and adults. So we will have interspacing both the performers and the speakers until the end of the event, till 6 p.m.
So
And it's very interesting, yeah, to be able to hear and understand the Ukrainian spirit.
turn down the sound on there. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, Ukrainian language has been attempted to be suppressed over 134 times. So this is very powerful to be able to speak and to understand Ukrainian experience, Ukrainian culture from Ukrainian, to have this cultural immersion. Most of the event will be though in English, so we could have members of community understand and be part of it.
That's great. Yeah, to be a part of it, just to be there, you know, and experience all of that. And Yulia, you know, what else, is there anything else that you think is really important? Right, and I want to give everybody the details of the event. We'll certainly do that. But anything else that you think is important for people to know about, you know, the Ukrainians that are their neighbors, the Ukrainian culture here, and just understanding, you know, here in Portland, Oregon, the Northwest?
I think it's important to understand that we need to apply critical thinking and also pay attention to information we are consuming, because while Russia is not making advances right now at the front, they are making very great advances with propaganda, disinformation, and a lot of that is propagated to American public. And it's just so valuable that we speak to the members of the Ukrainian community, we consume the information that is credible, and pay attention to truth versus not truth that presented to us. My polls show that majority of Americans on both sides, bipartisanly, do support aid in Ukraine and keeping our promises after Budapest Memorandum. And there's so many different ways to support Ukraine. So it could be handing Ukrainian flag. It could be lending a hand to a Ukrainian refugee. It could be making a call for the legislation that impacts the ability to stifle Russian economy and also support U.S. economy in the process. There are so many different ways to be involved, or with an org like ours, where we do very robust work in supporting very efficiently aiding the aid in humanitarian assistance to those that are most impacted. I personally travel to front lines of Ukraine, where I provide psychotherapy support and deliver other mental health assistance and humanitarian aid. And there are so many different ways to get involved. If people would like to, they're most welcome to join.
And the best way for them to do that would be, where should they go?
On our website, dawnus.org, dawnus.org, and there is a place for volunteering or sign up for newsletter, and people are most welcome to participate in different ways.
And for this event coming up this weekend, you mentioned it there at the beginning, but I'd just like to reiterate, you know, the when, where, and how for people to know.
So the event all starts up at 2 o'clock, but the ceremonial program starts at 2:45, and event goes till 6 o'clock. And it's going to be at Pioneer Courthouse Square, right in the heart of Portland, and it's free event, and everyone is welcome.
Well, Yulia, thank you very much for joining us here on Fox 12 Now, just to talk about this and to get the word out about your organization and this event that's coming up, and something that everybody can participate in, and some ways that they can assist also, and really educate themselves. It sounds like that's a lot of it as well. So Yulia, thank you for being here on Fox 12 Now. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Greg. Pleasure to see you.
You too. And for everybody watching, we're going to go ahead and sign off for right now, but I will be here. We've got more coming up this afternoon, but we'll switch. If you're watching live, you'll see our programming switch for a few. But otherwise, thanks for joining us. You can watch all of these segments on the Fox 12 Oregon apps, or the website, or YouTube. If you're on there, feel free to share these segments as well. And we will talk to you soon with more. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.